Hey guys, welcome to the Quick Fix. I'm Bradley Quick, and I'm here with Alberto Romero. We're at the Dreaming House in Teotihuacan, Mexico. How you doing, Alberto?
I'm fine, very well, working,
that's
happy.
that's this man is so amazing. He and Lee McCormick, a friend of mine who's been on the show many times, built this place called the Dreaming House in Teotihuacan, Mexico, home of the Toltec pyramids, and it's so wonderful. What gave you the idea for this?
Well, it's a dream. The dream came from my grandmother when I used to be with her. When I have,
This was
because
her property originally,
yes,
right?
it was the property of my grandmother.
But it didn't have the walls, it didn't have the
No,
buildings
nothing.
just
Here
yet.
was just a field for. Used to be first a cornfield, and used to be cactus and agaves and everything like that. But no, nothing. Just was like a crazy place. Just people coming down here to throw away trash and things like that. And I have to really work a lot to clean. But in the very beginning, I was have this dream to create something because my grandmother, she used to live very close to Teo. She used to own part of the south part of Teo pyramids, and she used to
So you
like
guys
to.
used to own the pyramids
Yes, no, she used
in
to
your
own
family?
part of yes, my the family of my grandmother and my father and my grandfather, and they used to own that kind of property. And but something very interesting is that years after, the life gave me that opportunity to say I would like to create something that my grandmother used to talking to me because she used to have people, friends, and many people came from all over the world to visit her very close to the area of the pyramids. And then after I have that this opportunity because she always talking about how good do I have a place to take my friends in home to keep them for a while to be somebody who
But did,
visit
did,
more.
did she also want to perpetuate, to bring forward the Toltec wisdom like you
Yes,
do?
yes. Well, this is the
The
main.
heritage.
This is the main part of that.
Yeah.
She used to like to pass all the information from all over Teo uh, about the mythology, about the healings, about the herbs.
About
She
different
was a very
dimensions, the different dimensions of life,
yes, different way, different way.
right?
I mean, she used to be a very nice woman because she used to want to give always a hand to everyone who
Right. I always wanted to help
yes,
people.
help
You,
people.
you, this man is so amazing. He not only writes music, but he writes poetry. But you do all kinds of fantastic stuff that's all about carrying a message, right?
Well, my purpose in this case is to really want to pass all what I learned from years, and also uh, all this came from my heart. I never want to give anything is not came really from my heart. In some days before, somebody asked me that I'm ready to be spend the money I already make from this project and
Uh
this
huh.
job,
Uh huh.
and I say I don't think so about money. I the best pay in my life for this work, and I think it's going to be the pay for all my life and all the time is the nice faces I see from the people coming back home after they pass few days in Teotihuacan. Because they arrive very close, very strong, very hard hearts and very hard ways. And when they go back home, cry, but
Right.
happy.
Because of what transpired here, what they experienced here.
Yes, yes.
It's just amazing. This is my third time down here, and I'll be here, many more times. When you grew up here, did you grow up in the other dimensions of life, the Toltec dimensions? Did you tell me about growing up here in Teotihuacan, Mexico?
Well, in my experience, I grow with a very, well, I can say, fantastic way, fantastic world. You know why? Because I have a possibility to be in touch with grandfathers.
Yes.
Grandfathers who used to sitting down. For that time, we have no electricity, we have no many service, and we have to just sitting down on the after, no, the night in the middle of us was a fire, and I remember the grandfathers they used to sitting down to talking about experience, about legends, about things from the Toltec culture, And I was sitting down when I had probably 7, 8 years old, and I was sitting down there, and I asking about this, and I asking about that, and they used to like to I go and sit down with them because for them was like something like a rare or surprise because nobody in my family have that intention or have that interest in to be with them to how you say to asking to ask.
Right. So they were loving giving this information away, and you
Yes.
sat there as a child interested in what they had to say. But this is your heritage. So and we've been trying to get you to the U.S. for years now. When are you coming to see us?
Well, one of my really big visions is one day I have that possibility is just to go to share what I learned from years with my family and with my grandmother and from all these grandfathers and pass little part of them of the what I learned, you know.
Uh-huh.
And this is not mean that I am very unique or very important.
Right.
This is just because I like to pass this from my heart to the others. This is my big possibility that thanks to all these people they come into here, I have already a lot of friends who can probably take care of me in the United States
Right, sure.
and help me to pass some information I have. And I'm not the one to be famous. The most important thing I want to be a friend with who can pass some of the.
Well, this is the great thing.
love.
Lee McCormick, and you and Lee built this place to carry on the Toltec wisdom. It's the first place of its kind that's been built in 1,500 years, which is all about carrying the Toltec wisdom to everybody else so it doesn't die. It's just like the pyramids don't die. And there's such energy here. But let me show everybody where we're sitting. We're sitting in the mess hall, if you will, the cafeteria. And we've got a big table full of food. And we've got a bunch of people sitting outside waiting for it. So what I'm going to do, Alberto, is I'm going to insist because I'm going to be here for another. Oh, we missed it. See, we're messed up now. I'm going to be here. We'll not leave until Thursday, right?
Sí, sí.
Let's you and I sit down again tonight
Sí, sí.
or tomorrow morning earlier, okay? And we'll pick this up where we left off. Fair enough?
Yes.
But right now they're all waiting outside to come in and eat.
Well, yes. Just give me this last possibility.
Sure.
One of my visions of, or one of my crazy dreams about Teo is to share what the energy of Teo have. And one of the very
To share the energy of the pyramids and the tail.
But I want to tell you something very, very important for all those people.
Okay.
They come to Teo. Teo was created with love.
It's created with love.
And still that love, you can feel that love and this kind of healing energy exists in this.
Oh, the energy here in Teo and on the pyramids is just amazing.
Yes. Well, this kind of energy is very, very important to and come. Just to come to Teo, you open your heart and you open your mind, you're going to feel that wonderful energy. Teo is for everyone in the world. It's not nobody owns. We have a president, we have a governor, we have all these authorities in Mexico, but really Teo, it's for all the world and everybody exists in the world.
Everybody should come here at least once in their life. This Alberto, he's amazing. He's not only a property owner, an entrepreneur, he's a musician, he's a poet. He's just an amazing man. And let's do this again before we leave on this trip, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you
Good morning,
very much.
everybody. The Bradley Quick here reporting from the Dreaming House here in Teotihuacan, Mexico. About 60 miles out of Mexico City at an elevation of about 7,000 feet. And at the base of the Toltec pyramids. And the Dreaming House here is a fantastic place. I'm going to show you a little bit around, okay? It was built by Alberto Romero, who will be with us a little later today, and by my buddy Lee McCormick. And it's just a fantastic place. You see, here's Lee's house right behind me. So there it is right there. Isn't that a beautiful place? It goes down here and it shows us the part of the guest living quarters. You see that down there? Isn't that amazing? It's an absolutely beautiful place. There's Lee McCormick himself. Good morning, sir. And this is the grounds. And we look back here. There's a beautiful place where people stay and people do yoga and have all kinds of people come down here and have retreats and stuff. We're down here on a Toltec journey. Toltec journey. See if you can see all that stuff there. Look at this beautiful place. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. It's the place to be. This is definitely the place to be. And I'm going to be joined here a little later today by Alberto, who actually built this place. And Alberto's actually a Teotihuacan. He grew up here in Teotihuacan, Mexico, and isn't that beautiful? And this is where we eat. This is the cafeteria or kitchen, and this is where they feed everybody. And this is definitely the place to be. And I'm going to be joined a little bit later with Alberto, who actually grew up here. And actually this was his grandmother's property before they built the Dreaming House. Just an amazing place. Just an amazing place. And it's all here. Oh, here I am. Here I am. Come back here. Come back here, Bradley, quick. There I am. There I am. So this is definitely the place to be. And you're definitely part of it. I'm actually going into Mexico City today. I'm going to check out some things down there. And this is a fantastic place. I'll tell you more about it a little later on, okay? I'm sitting here with Alberto Hernandez Romero. We are at the Dreaming House in Teotihuacan, Mexico, a place that he himself built along with Lee McCormick, and it was on Alberto's grandmother's property, which was an empty field at one time. And now I'm here with Alberto, and he's the man, the myth, and the legend. He's a musician, he's a poet, and he's just a fantastic man. So, how you doing today?
Very well. I wake up very, very, very well. Last night I spent a very well time with all the group, and that make me to sleep very well. And
you were talking last time we talked about your grandmother and her vision. Now she was raised around the pyramids as well here in Teotihuacan, correct?
well, yes, she was lived for all her life. She died when she had 90 years old, and she was died very happy, we can say, because she passed all her life doing what she used to love.
Right,
Helping people, healing people, working for them. Even she was not rich in money and material, but she was millionaire in love with all.
A millionaire of love.
Love, yes.
And
with
it was all about helping the people. Was she a real staunch advocate of the Toltec wisdom as well? Was she?
Well, yes. I have to tell you that thanks to her, I can tell you we get some of the information from those people from back years. My grandmother, she used to be the teacher for that time in the Valley of Teo. I have to tell you, many people every day they used to come to visit her to learn from her, or sometimes just to pass to see her, because just when they have any sickness or they feel sick, they just come to visit her, and just when they pass to see her, they are very, 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 very happy.
Her presence was just magnificent, and she inspired and helped a lot of people. And I understand that we talked briefly last time we chatted on camera that your family owned a lot of the property where the pyramids lie. Is that true?
Well, I have to tell you, part of the property on the south part of Teo used to be from my grandmother, and I have to tell you, she told me that still in 1962, before 1962, she used to live inside of the area, and they had to move them out to the area because they had to construct a new road. The road you still find in Teo, the road goes around all the pyramids. I find one day Lee McCormick in one of the journeys in Teo.
Lee brings down people down here 4 or 5 times a year,
Yes.
and tours them through the energies of the pyramid. This isn't a tour of the pyramid. This was built here. This was built then. This is right. This is the energy going into the portals.
She's
right.
But it's very funny because the energies connected each other's. Energies make you change. Energies are everywhere. And the only thing you have to do in this ballet, in this Hollywood ballet, is to pull down the energy you just really need and your body needs. I want to tell you something. In my experience, for a very important thing I have to tell you is about Lee, is that I never waiting for him to somebody like him is going to appear in my life. I want to tell you some one day just like this I find for some reason and I talking with him about Theo and I open my heart and I say, well, if you want to know the real part of Theo, I will show you also the area. I want to go with you if you want.
Now, this is when Lee was doing journeys with Don Miguel Ruiz,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. This is at the time what he was in a journey with Don Miguel Ruiz. But right after that, I remember that he was finished just in that moment, on that day, journey, and I take him to the mountains in the area, and where we went to looking for herbs, medicine herbs and energies and all these things exist around this area. And as a consequence, we coming back home because I always like. I have to tell you, I always like my grandmother. I have to compare this part because I remember I took some cactus leaves from the farms, and we pick it up as some vegetables and things like that. We find in the ground, they grow wild in the mountain in the area. And when we coming back, I find my wife, and she say, "What are you doing?" I say, "Well, I invite this man, his nice friend, and he was with another friend. His name is Jeremy, and I told my wife, well, we have to invite them to eat." And she say, "Why you gonna invite? I have nothing. I'm not even tortillas." I said, "Well, don't worry about this. I have the tortillas, but I want to tell you something very interesting. I bring cactus, I bring this," and she say, run and go have cheese." And I remember that day we make quesadillas, we make all these things, and my wife, she make a soup very fast. And well, unfortunately, we have a good meal in that moment. Right after that, I start talking about the field of my grandmother.
This is the ground zero.
Yes, yes.
It was just an empty field.
Yes, completely empty field.
The house.
The only used to be there is the old house from my grandmother. I want to tell you something. What we have now is a miracle, thanks to Theo, thanks to everyone, all these streamers and all these people.
This place, coming. How many apartments do you have here?
Now we have a place for like 50 people.
50 people. Lee's got a house here. Miguel. Alberto's got a house here. This is a beautiful. It's all enclosed. What's the square footage or yards?
Well, I don't know exactly the measures in American way, but I want to tell you, we have more or less like 5,500 meters, square meters, we can say.
It's huge. It's huge. It's got sweat lodges on it. It's got labyrinths on it. It's everything.
And well, one thing I want to tell you is that the magical part of this is the old house. I want to tell you the old house. When we start rebuild the house, when we start reconstructed the house, because the house was almost fell down. The old house of
and how old was the old?
Probably close to 100 years.
Wow.
Because this house was from the family of my grandmother, and all the construction is making with the rock and clay. We used to not have in that days concrete, cement. We have just clay and stones. And the roof was on bricks, and beams, beams. Well, everything was almost fell down. And unfortunately, in that day, I take Lee here. We talking each other about my dream, about my grandmother, and
your dream. What would you tell Lee?
My dream, I want to create it here, a place for people coming to visit Theo and stay for longer time.
So I know Lee was just looking for a place to rent because he fell in love with the pyramids, right? He was looking for some place to stay. It was your vision that you saw this, right?
Yes. Well, I have to. This is a dream. Really, it was a dream.
Yeah.
Because it was a big dream, and I have to tell thank you very much to everyone. They have been here because I have to tell you something. For all what I made, all these years, I put part of my work and part of my energy, especially my love of this and my energy. But also when I receive what they pay me, I receive with that happiness, and I say thank you very much for that energy you bring to this place to grow and to make nice. I want to tell you, I don't think I want to be more millionaire like I am now in love.
Yes.
I'm not care about money. I let this part of the material thing to other people do it. I'm
Right.
not. Sometimes I don't want to have not even a peso in my pocket
Right.
because
Right. Right. Right.
something I discovered in this all these years is the money change the people.
The money
Change the
changes the
people.
people,
Yes, the money change the
and
people, and
the spirit inspires the people.
yes,
It brings them peace.
and you don't have to have money to inspire
Right.
and share love and share help
Right.
because this you don't have to. I mean, this is not any price, any
So,
cost.
so you sat down with Lee and you shared your vision, your dream.
See, I talking with him, and we coming back like 1 or 2 times here. And one day he say, "Okay, Alberto, you already have somebody who want to help you in this dream." I say, "Well, I have to tell you, I have nobody." And well, but anyway, I hope one day I have something comes. And he just left, and he say, "I want to tell you something. Soon you're gonna have good news." And that's how after two months I remember I was in my home. Somebody called me from the hotel Villas Arqueológicas, and he called me that they wanted talking with me and see me. And I remember very well Heather Ash and Raven, two very nice Toltec teachers. They arrived on a journey in the hotel, and they arrived and they say they want to see me. And when I arrived right in front of Heather Ash, she say, Alberto, somebody talking to us about you have a dream. Well, it's time to begin in that dream. And I say, oh, yes, yes. Well, you remember somebody's told you that you're going to receive good news. Well, the good news arrived. Here is an envelope of $5,000
Wow.
beginning your dream. And I was very happy.
I bet you felt like crying, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
remember all
Goosebumps, yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
very, very, very nice. But in the same time, I received another good news from her husband. Her husband, he said, well, she already give you the one part, but wait a minute, I have another envelope. Here are more. Here is 5,000 more for your dream. Don't stop. Keep doing, working hard. Don't let your inspiration of creative that
Don't lose it.
don't lose. Yes, I don't, and I have to tell you, even I have already a lot of place, a lot of rooms, and I can have 50 or more people here. I'm still have a lot of inspiration to create so many things. And I have to tell you, all the times when people come here, I never say this is my house, or
Right.
this is the house of my grandmother, or this is the place I own, or this is the place from my family. No, I always say this is your house, because really, in the end, is the house of everybody come here. The only thing I do here is offering my soul, doing what I can for them, and this is how I pass a wonderful time with everybody who come to this place.
Alberto Hernandez, they were sitting at the Dreaming House, a place that was his vision, and through the help of some other people, some other visionaries, he got this thing together. And now it's a place in Teotihuacan, Mexico, where you can bring groups and you can have spiritual experiences. We're what, a quarter mile from the pyramids, right?
Yes, it's like you can walk in 10 minutes. You arrive to the gate number 1 or the gate number 5, who are the very close gates for the entrance of the pyramid.
And this was all the Teotihuacans, the Toltecs. This was a huge. It wasn't just weren't just residing on the pyramids, were they? It was much bigger. Their city,
Of course,
right?
of course. I have to tell you something. We used to talking very often about this years ago with my family, and in my opinion, I talking them. Energy in Teo is not just where are the temples,
Right.
where are the pyramids. Energy in this valley is rich. Everywhere you go around this area, around this valley, the energy exists for some purpose, for some reason, that the Toltecs they created this great city here, this wonderful loving city.
And I'm told that underneath the Pyramid of the Sun are the clover-leafed caves.
Sí,
And there's no electricity in these caves, but there's a purple light,
sí, sí.
which is the energy. Is that
Sí.
correct?
Well, I have to tell you something. In 2007, I remember the people from the university. Just I tell you this because I know
Uh-huh.
what this was happened thanks to a friend I have. They getting inside to the cave. People from the University of Mexico City, UNAM we call, and they put all the different instruments
Yeah, electronic instruments to figure everything
to
out.
pick it up and to check in all what they talking about energy. All these people came to tell is true, and they discovered that a lot of energy is really exist in that building.
Ah, that's wonderful.
And not just in that
Not the
building,
building, but the pyramids.
everywhere.
The pyramids we're talking about.
And we're talking about the cave. If we're talking about the cave is more or less like the connection from up to down energies, and connected like a channel to fill all the area with all this wonderful energy. And some really some good interesting things from Teo is that I don't have to talking too much about that. You just have to come to see and have the experience, even if you don't know about anything about doing journeys, anything. Just to come and you're going to see how wonderful experience you're going to have.
I know that this has changed my life, my experience here with Lee McCormick doing the journeys led by Lee while staying in the beautiful palace that Alberto's built. This is an amazing place. It's a safe place. You got incredible food. You're taking care of it with knit gloves. It's just amazing. How do people get in touch with you or get in touch?
Well,
with
you know,
Dreamy
we
House?
have a website, and in the website you're going to be in touch with my daughter-in-law.
What is your website?
The dreaming house arroba hotmail.com.
.com. Okay, so it's the Dreamy House. What is the next word?
The dreaming house arroba
Aroba. How
Arroba.
do you spell aroba?
arroba. You know the normal thing they put. I don't
Oh,
know
at
nothing.
the Dreamy House at
Hotmail.
hotmail.com.
.com.
The Dreamy House at hotmail.com. That's the email address. The Dreamy House at hotmail.com. You can go to the Dreamy House at hotmail.com. You can get in touch with Emily Greaves.
See, this is my daughter-in-law, and this is another wonderful, how you say, gift from
You know,
the
Emily
life.
Greaves is an amazing woman. She runs the Dreaming House down here, and she's a healer. She's just amazing.
She just came in a journey, and she just
Fell in love
I
with
invite her to paint because she's an artist, and she in the end she don't coming back anymore to United States.
Alberto,
I have a grandson.
Yeah, it's amazing. Grandson's name is Marco, and it's just that they're amazing. And Emily Greaves is amazing. Alberto's amazing. Lee's amazing. This is an amazing place, the Dreaming House. I'm Bradley Quick. This has been the Quick Fix, and you can come here to Teo and get the Quick Fix. Alberto, I'm going to be with you again. Okay.
Okay.
Sometime soon. I love you very much. Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
very
with us,
much.
all right?